Good evening, everyone! Welcome back to another segment where we interview some of the most famous and inspirational beings. First, let's welcome Gandhi. Wow! It's so nice to finally meet and interview you.
It is nice to meet you too.
So, what has been the situation in your country for the past 100 years?
Oh, well, I haven't been alive for the past century, but I can sure tell you some things. In 1858, Britain began its rule over India. Then there was the Great Rebellion where sepoys fought with the British for their independence, costing over £36 million. The British left us poorer and more prone to devastating famines, forced us to pay high taxes, and formed huge debts.
Wow. And did the rebellion have anything to do with the citizens' nationalistic views? What does nationalism mean to your country?
In a way, yes. You see, before Britain, India was unique. We had many different languages and religions. We take pride in our diversity. However, Britain began to restrict us from our diversity. Indian nationalism was the result of many different reasons, but it mostly stems from how the British and other world forces has impacted our society.
What about you? What does nationalism mean to you?
As for me, I wanted Indian nationalism to be about rejecting the Western form of modern civilization and a return to basics of India's ancient genius.
But weren't most of the people who were fighting for freedom not appreciative of the way India used to be and simply wanted to change its political rulers?
I'm aware of that, but that shouldn't affect what it means to me.
I understand. Also, what hardships did you encounter as you attempted to improve your country? Who were your rivals and why were they at odds with you?
Well, I became a very lonely figure, since my ideals from nonviolence to Hindu-Muslim unity were not accepted by most fellow Indians. Not only that, many people severely criticized me for my actions. Rohanji Palme Dutt, for example, thought my actions were just a method of protecting the interests of the bourgeoisie in India when times got tough, and Mr. Savarkar thought that my methods contradicted the religious outlook of Hinduism and would have been detrimental to Hindu political interests as well.
That's terrible!
It certainly was, but I pushed through it.
I truly respect you for your dedication.
Thank you.
Speaking of dedication, how are you able to inspire the people of your nation to join your cause?
Well, I never resorted to violence and I always told the truth. I was able to gain the respect of others because I never thought of myself as superior or godlike. Also, I never lost hope. Persistence is key.
Are there any famous events and successes you are known for?
As for events, I will have to say the Salt March. I led my followers on a 240-mile journey towards the sea. When we started, there was only about 80 of us, but when we arrived to the beach, there were over thousands. I believe I was able to impact the most people at this time. A month later, I went and picked up some salt and was arrested, but my followers did the same and began to sell the salt. Tens of thousands of my followers were in prison as well. I was able to have Britain agree to hand over some of their power to Indians.
Now, this is going to be the last question I have for you.
Yes?
In your opinion, what was the key to your success?
As I said at the time, a passion coupled with absolute detachment is the key to all success.
Interesting. Would you like to expand on that?
Yes, of course. When I say detachment, I don't mean a cold indifference to the world, but a detachment from ourselves. When we think, how does this benefit me? We are not detached. But when we think, how does this benefit others? We do have some measure of detachment from ourselves, and our ability to use nonviolence more effectively comes into its own. By coupling this with a burning passion, it will become a brilliant power.
Wow. Thank you for that inspirational breakdown. Would you... Excuse me for a second. I think I need some water.
Of course.
Thank you. I'm sorry for being late. Wait, who are you?
What? Huh? Who are you?
I'm Mal. I had an interview with the reporter.
But I'm still in the interview.
No, only I have an interview. Get out of here.
Okay. Sorry it took so long, Gandhi. I mean, Mao, how are you? Didn't see you there. Right.
I'm here for my interview.
Right. Let's get started.
Yes, please.
So, what has been the situation in your country for the past 100 years?
During the mid-1800s, China had many problems. There were many droughts, famines, and floods. The government was partly responsible for this due to their lack of concern with public work, and the Qing administration didn't really try to help fix the problems either. Economic tensions and military defeats by Europeans combined to cause widespread unrest, especially in the south. In 1851, there was an uprising in the Jizhou province, which eliminated slavery, concubinage, arranged marriage, opium smoking, foot binding, judicial torture, and the worship of idols. The leader of the uprising, Hong, proclaimed himself to be a king as well.
I see. What about nationalism? What does it mean to you and your country, and how did it become a major lead in your nation?
It was quite easy, actually. I made the peasants get a taste of equality, and it drove them to fight for what they believed in was best for their country.
What hardships did you encounter as you attempted to improve your country? Who are your rivals and why were they at odds with you?
Zhang Jieshi was in control of the Kuomintang, the nationalist government. He began the Northern Expedition in 1926 with the Chinese communists. He then formed a new government led by the Kuomintang, but excluding the communists. A few years later, he ordered his troops to kill thousands of communist supporters and members. This caused a war between the Kuomintang and the communists. Zhang Jieshi is the main reason why we weren't in power earlier.
How were you able to inspire the people of your nation to join your cause?
Well, many Chinese already resented Zhang's government because of its reliance of support from Western imperialism and corruption in government as well. As the nationalists lost popularity, more people came to my side and embraced communism. I also won the support of the peasants because I divided the land equally amongst them and stopped controlling landlords.
Okay. What were some famous events and successes for which you are known?
I am well known for causing the Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution, which had the goal of taking care of Chinese bourgeoisie. I wanted young people to be a part of the movement like I had.
Wait, taken care of? Didn't the Red Guards assault people who were accused and sometimes even killed them?
Little details like that did not matter.
But civil war was about to happen.
I had the army calm down the unnecessary ruckus. No need to worry.
Okay, then. Anyways, in your opinion, what was the key to your success?
As I said at the time, political power grows out of the barrel of a gun. Violence is the best way to gain power.
I'll just go now.
Wait, the interview isn't over.
Nope, it's definitely over. Yeah, okay, bye.
Well... Everyone, put your hands up! I'm taking control of this area!